You spend years mastering a craft, building a resume, and perfecting your technical skills. When you finally land the job, it's easy to assume your competence is what guarantees your position. As long as you can code, design, or balance the books, you're safe. Yet, highly talented people are passed over for promotions or let go every single day, and it rarely has anything to do with a lack of skill. Their technical abilities are strong, but they struggle with the behavioral mechanics of the job. They might consistently create friction with their peers, use offensive language, or leverage their status to harass others. In these cases, competence is outweighed by the friction they create within the process. This framework governing professional survival is called workplace ethics. It is the specific set of moral principles, behavioral standards, and regulations that dictate how an employee is expected to operate within a company. This structure presents workplace conduct as a series of binary choices. Every action either aligns with the established code or moves away from it, effectively splitting your professional path in two. These rules act as the invisible operating system running in the background of your office, measuring whether you will thrive in an organization or eventually be pushed out. To understand how this system works, we have to zoom in to the starting point of any corporate culture, your desk. One of the most immediate metrics is punctuality. This doesn't just mean arriving exactly when your shift starts. It means showing up 15 minutes early to prepare and delivering every assignment within the agreed-upon time frame. There is also a distinction between being present and being productive. Spending 45 minutes at the coffee machine gossiping burns through paid hours and signals a lack of commitment to the task at hand. Then there's the physical management of your space. Keep your ringtone quiet to avoid breaking your neighbor's focus. Shut down your monitors and the air conditioner if you're the last one leaving. And take your meals to the cafeteria, because the smell of your lunch shouldn't travel across 3 cubicles. Even the office supplies test your boundaries. Pens and printer paper are provided to accomplish company work. Packing them in your bag for personal use at home is a direct violation of the trust the company places in its employees. While these micro-level choices may seem trivial on any given Tuesday, they are the raw materials that build your reputation for professional integrity. An organization functions as an interdependent network. Your individual habits immediately ripple outward to the wider team. If you lack accountability and submit flawed work, the network pays the price. Colleagues absorb the burden to meet deadlines, destroying team trust. To maintain that network, courtesy must be applied equally. Whether it's the intern, the night janitor, or the company CEO, they should all receive the same professional respect from you, regardless of rank. At this interpersonal level, your micro-actions aggregate into a currency of reliability. If your team cannot trust the quality of your output or your character, your technical skills lose their utility. So what happens when a manager spots these small behavioral lapses and decides to let them slide? This triggers the snowball effect. Seeing rules broken without repercussions communicates the behavior is acceptable, accelerating down the slope. Left unchecked, this momentum compromises the company's internal structure. Tolerating bad habits makes regulations feel optional, ultimately undermining the organization's moral fabric. When accountability for small things fades, it creates a breeding ground for larger problems. An environment where minor rules are ignored can eventually foster severe violations, such as harassment or corporate theft, because the culture of discipline has dissolved. These shifts lead to larger-scale impacts. Productive employees often leave for healthier environments, causing higher turnover and lower productivity, which can eventually damage the company's profitability. There is no such thing as an isolated incident. Every unaddressed minor lapse shifts the company's trajectory, moving the needle closer to organizational failure. To maintain a healthy culture, leadership must set the tone. The CEO and the highest-ranking executives have to model the same behavioral standards expected of an entry-level employee. We see this in companies often ranked for high culture standards, places like Google or Zappos. They thrive because they actively enforce legal, moral, and professional standards across every single tier of the business. As an individual, you can navigate this by running an internal audit. When the line between right and wrong blurs, you have a diagnostic checklist. First, ask if the action is legal and fair. Then, consider if it has the potential to hurt or make anyone uncomfortable. Next, evaluate if your actions convey respect for others. Finally, confirm that you have collaborated or sought the viewpoints of others before acting. Workplace ethics is more than just HR paperwork. It is an active, daily algorithm that determines your career trajectory and ensures the stability of your organization.